Welcome to Blooming Wildwood Homestead. Today we are going to do a little bit of a plant and chat. I want to show you a few things going on around the homestead. We're going to look at some brassicas that I have currently in the greenhouse that are ready to be planted out. I'm going to put those in the tunnel and we're going to see how they do in there. And I just want to share with you a few things that have come to light, I don't know, today, in the last few days, that are definitely motivating me to be out here working after my regular work day. And I think these might be motivating things for you as well if you are struggling in that area. We're gonna go do some transplanting, but I don't like to take a full container of fertilizer over there. If I have to take the whole bag, it's just kind of a nuisance. And plus I like something that's a little more sealed and works pretty well. So I have an old M&M container and it's empty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Dr. Earth fertilizer in here so that it will be really easy to take on over to the area where I'm going to be planting. Then I've gone ahead and left myself enough room that I can put the scoop that I've been using right inside there. And it's just gonna keep everything nice and dry. Such a good helper. She just hangs out and waits while mommy does some work. We're gonna plant out a few of the broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower that I have available into the tunnel space. When it comes to selecting varieties, there are so many factors involved. One, of course, is to determine what's going to grow well in your particular area, in your particular climate, what's going to fit well in your space, and then of course, what is it that you're hoping to gain from the plant itself. Are you looking to can or freeze the item? Are you looking to dehydrate the item? Are you just going to use it for fresh eating? What is your main purpose for that item? And those are all factors that are going to play a part in deciding what it is that you want to grow. One of the varieties of broccoli that I chose this year is the DeChico, and I've grown this broccoli before mainly because it doesn't just give you a main head, but it gives you lots of side shoots that can really extend the production of the plant. So I'm not taking up all of my space in the garden with just one thing. It's going to continue to produce. Again, it's just personal preference. These rows are about 2.5 feet across, and I'm going to kind of eyeball and use more of the square foot gardening as far as size and placement. You can get one brassica, which is your broccoli, cauliflower, or cabbage, in 1 square foot area. So I'm going to do about 2 across and space them approximately a foot across from each other, and then that way it'll maximize the use of my space here. My measurement estimation skills are not the best, so we're just going to go ahead and go with it here. I'm going to dig a pretty sizable hole that's going to be large enough to fit my transplant in. I'm going to add a little bit of the Dr. Earth fertilizer. I just sprinkle some around in there. I usually give it a little mix. This is dry, so the plant is not going to get benefit from it right away. It's something that will benefit it as it gets watered in. And the roots here are a little more massive than I was expecting. I probably should have been getting these guys in the ground a little while ago, but we're just doing the best we can. And we're gonna get that little guy ready to go. I like to leave the tags next to it in case I need to know later what it was. And then I'm gonna go on to my next hole. Put in a little fertilizer, and I like to kind of group my plants together so that everything is kind of similar. And again, we just have some great root growth. They really are doing well. And once I've planted everything, I'll come back through and dose them with a little bit of water. Now, if you really want to maximize time because you're going to be transplanting a lot, you could go ahead and dig the holes, put in the fertilizer, and then just plant, 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 which is what I'm going to do next. Is how you put in a lot of transplants in a short amount of time. So I promised you a little bit of encouragement to keep doing the things that you're doing, and here's what's gotten me motivated. There are a lot of things that are extremely motivating. First and foremost, I truly believe that the very best food that you can provide for yourself is what you provide for yourself. And so anything that you can do to garden, whether that's in a large space or container garden, anything that you can do to try and provide for your own food needs is going to be essential, just because it's a good practice, and we know that it's good for your health. You know exactly what has gone into caring for those vegetables and for that fruit, and therefore you know what it is that you're putting into your body. Sometimes when I come home from work, I'm not always motivated to get out and do the things that I know I need to be doing. I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be able to do when I got home today. But I had stopped by the store to look specifically for some canning salt, and I have one box, a partial box, and I wanted just to make sure that I had that on hand as we are getting into canning season. Asparagus is starting to come on. I want to try doing some pickled asparagus this year, and so I just wanted to make sure that I had everything on hand that I would need. As I was at the store, I thought, why not look around and see if there might be a few items on sale that I could add to my pantry, just to set aside. At the price of things, it's getting to be difficult to go on large shopping trips, but you certainly can add a few items here and a few items there, and especially if you can find something that is kind of on sale or looks like it's a relatively good deal, whatever that means anymore. You know, why not pick that up while you've already made the trip to the store? So I was just kind of browsing around looking for things. The first thing I noticed was that there were very few sale tags on the shelves. Most things were not on sale. And those things that were on sale were like 10, 15, maybe 20 cents off. They weren't what I would consider good deals because it didn't really seem like you were saving that much off of the original price. But it was like there were just enough items around to make you think that there were some sales. So then I started kind of browsing around and just looking at different items, and the price of things kind of blew my mind. I knew inflation was hitting, but I feel like there must have been another big price increase since the last time I had looked at things. And again, we know it's coming. I knew it was coming, but it was still surprising. And that was very motivating to me. As soon as I got home, I'm outside trying to work on some different projects because there's a lot to be done. And I know that it's essential to try and provide as much as I can for myself. And that's going to require being able to do some things after your regular daytime job or whatever time you work. So that was kind of my motivation for the evening, and maybe it can be motivation for you as well. Even if you can't do a full-blown garden, you can do some different things that are going to set you up for the future. So on tomorrow's video, or maybe the day after, I'll go ahead and share a couple of items that I picked up, but it wasn't much. And I've been to a couple of different stores, so I'll share with you what I picked up then. Let me know in the comments, what are some things that you're working on right now, and what are you noticing in your local area as far as prices or availability of products even. What are you noticing? And let's have a discussion. And of course, if this video is helpful, don't forget to like, and I would love to have you subscribe and be part of our community here at Blooming Wildwood Homestead. Until next time, bye everyone.